Well, welcome to the first video in English in the format, at least. I don't know if I am putting this on the internet or I just keep it to myself, but it's my first recording in English of this year, I think, in video format, in the landscape format that is headed to YouTube. And well, if you've seen this, it's just me right now trying or at least doing training on my language model that process language in a foreign language. For me, as I'm a Brazilian guy, English is another language. I learned a bit on the school, but I never did study. I never studied by the book, well, as at least on the school. Well, I think my language model is kinda rusty, but it's more work than it was in the last year, because I practice at least 50 minutes or a little more, 60, 2 hours in the maximum. I practice with real people on the Florianopolis bus station. Well, why I did a mentoring guidance session with a guy in after party there in Florianopolis, where I could transfer my method and apply in the field, in the with a real person in another language. That person doesn't understand Portuguese well, so I just spoke in English and just made the process in the language that he understood. And I think that if you're a foreign languager, foreign person, you kind of understand me right now, because at least in that field, that was I am used to talk about those things. Right now that I just did the ritual of connection of the voice, of the vocal cords, of the throat chakra, the mind chakra, the third eye chakra, the this is so good. Become a shaken person. This is so good. Mother. It's like a message in the brain, in the skull. And the skull just passes it to the brain, and it brings me so joy. And my mind just start to connect a little bit more, like as I am activating a lot more of neural networks, so my thought process just become, how can I say, a little bit more capable of making connections, and maybe accelerate my language model processing thing. I have a lack of vocabulary, but I have a great vocabulary in Portuguese, and I have cognitive behavioral repertoire on that field. And talking about that is not just a challenge, but talking is not even a challenge also. Well, when I am talking, I speaking, my voice trembles a bit. It reaches that space of silence or lack, or this is the field where the Oh, I know. I learned a word that describes this a little bit more precisely. It's the gap of something, but I don't remember it right now. And that field, that not knowing, that well, there is a word for that. Bees. Sorry for sorry for that, but there's a word for that. Delay, for that buzz. It's like in computation we have a thing that we fill with information, and then we transfer all that thing. It's not offset, is like a bucket, a trail, a container, bus. No, not it's not the bus. Well, sorry. I am just practicing. I am not willing to get in another. Well, I don't have a just real object. If not developing my English speaking, it's a process. I just toying, playing with my thought, with my mindset. And sorry if you don't is getting anything about that, but maybe as in my Portuguese channel, I maybe will one day, as I am becoming stronger in the process, so I can develop products. Well, it's just a matter of translation. I just have to build my products in Portuguese and then translate. Or maybe someday build products in English. Maybe someday I'll be on a stage in an international event of, well, there's so many things that I can talk about because I am this multidimensional, multifaceted, polymath guy, a modern polymath. But it's a kind of this disadvantage right now. I know it's advantage overall in the macro, knowing the macro vision, but right now it's kind of, well, I am so damn stuffed by lots of thoughts, lots of, well, there's so many things, and little action, but it's more action that we was in the past. But I know over so many years I did lots and lots of action, but unchained, that is a better word for that, unstructured action. I work in there, in that, I work in that, I work in that, I work in that, I work in that. I finished lots of projects. I developed lots of projects, and I know that in one moment, as I have a structure, so I can plug these pieces or work there a little more on those pieces, on those blocks, and plug it on my platform, on my structure, on my soil, and then it just will go fast as fuck. Sorry for my French. Sorry for my English. Well, my neck is oh, I have an horrible chronic pain since the beginning of the year, or the end of the last year. And well, this is kind of this sucks. This sucks. And I was thinking about the né, né in Portuguese and Japanese means like a expression of, isn't it? And there's cacophony. I don't know the word in English for that. That kind of the blah blah blah. Then that filler words that doesn't serve us in a purpose. And I am feeling beautiful today, looking at me in the camera in the screen of my phone. And well, I think it is more developed than I was in my Brazilian channel because I just had an hiatus. Well, you can see that those blasting thoughts is kind of struggling right now. There are moments of clarity. There are moments of fizziness, of fogginess, of blurred mind, and as I am used to speak when we talk, when we put our language to work, then it goes gaining momentum, and the language model just start to make simpler connections. And right now I am talking in English like I was talking in Portuguese with someone, but I don't. Oh my God! I recording the video in English. Wow! I just can't make that. This is not different. Well, it's kind of rusty compared to my Portuguese channel, but it can reach people outside the world. And with the channel right now, the my channel, I am well. It's not working. It's not. But I know. I have a certainty, a faith that I can reach people outside the world. I am personally working on and I think that it will change the way we humans live our lives. At least, yeah. If we take those steps, take those tools, take those methodologies, that mindsets, the mind models. It's not just mind models, but being models, being paradigms, and install it in our operational systems and know how to operate and regulate, rewire, reprogram our operational system, human operational systems, and our extended human operational systems like actuation, occupation, business, actuation systems, operational systems. Oh, I am so sorry that I forget. I just make a leap. How can I talk about that? I just made a desvio em português. In Portuguese, desvio. When we speak, our language model, our language neural network starts to make more connections. Our energy field connects with that. We have a stronger connection between our expression module, our throat chakra, or third eye chakra, and maybe if you're or coronal or coronary chakra, the crown chakra. Crown chakra. Wow. Whoa, lotus. That connection, even the connection with the bases, the ram, the lam, the van, lacks of vitality. I am lacking some kind of vitality. If you can hear and measure it with your ears, you can perceive with your energy field, with your heart, with your mind, with your, if you had that thinner control, thinner senses. I don't know if you have, or if you know someone that has it, maybe the kind of content maybe rich, and well, we can build so many things. Right now I don't know how much people I am talking about. I'm just talking and speaking, and I know that we'll find people around the world. I don't know if with that video or the videos that will come in the sequence, because I want so much to do that. I am right now procrastinating in a work that I know that I will do today. But I just, well, I found my intuition. I find that I am in my father and mother, what can I say, home right now, and they're not in the home, and I felt, wow, just we start record, and maybe one day I am in some difficult to speak around people, with people in house, because I am louder. I speak so loud sometimes, and I feel like this is causing trouble or making them, well, disconnected, confused, because sorry for that. I just need to speak. I just need to practice. And I know that I will reach a state of less confusion. Right now I know I am emanating a kind of confusion. I am emanating a TDHD kind of way. I know this is my vibration. As I am just talk that, I felt the connection drops. And when the energetical connection drops, well, there's no connection. The people will not connect. I just know, I just wish. And I need to hear more. I need to activate my my hearing. Oh my God, I need to wash. I need to wash. But it's not just the physical. I know the physical is a step on the energetical, but I need to clean that system so I can hear more. I need to practice my hearing. I need to practice my listening, so I can perceive the changes, the subtle changes that I need to make on my language model, so I can speak clearly, speak with more naturality. Wow, I am speaking so well compared to my whole life. I just don't. I didn't knew that I am capable, so capable to talk in another language in that way. It's just, well, it's greater. It's steps and steps above, because I practice in that way, and I practice in Portuguese to develop that mindset, so my language, my communication skills just pops out beyond the medium type of person, if there's a medium type of person in a sine wave, logarithm and curve. The people that is in the middle, I am like a point off out of the curve. With any well, what's the word? I know I like to talk about that. Sorry for the minutish, for the time you're spending with me, because we just start to met, or if you just know me well, sorry for that. I know I didn't have to say sorry. I know that those things, but it's a Potter. It's a motherfucking Potter that I know I had to change Potter, like an England speaker. Oh my god! Well, I just I heard the way of talk of so many people in so many countries that I just can model it and speak up to different different accents, but not in the literal way, literal way the people on that place talk. Just um a imitation. Well, you just seen um how can I say, it's not a imposter syndrome pattern, but it's something in Brazil we call vira-lata syndrome. It's like the basic puppy, the basic dog, the dog that lives on the street dog syndrome. That's like when we in Brazil just venerate, just being all with the things that come from outside the world, the from US, from Europe, and the things we made here in Brazil is less, is no. There's a things, there's some other things, but we have so much damn good things that we produce right now. I am a Brazilian product. I am a motherfucking Brazilian product that I am able. Right now I am able to talk with people around the globe, to make products, to make connections, to make the motherfucking bricks. Whoa, I am becoming the motherfucking mixer. Yay, 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 yay. You just reach Pedro motherfucking de Luz from the lightest. Peter Ground. I was thinking about how I will name the channel, because I don't know if I need to use a pseudonym, homonym, another name, to place myself, to position myself, to make the whole damn brand. And how can I know the word? The personal brand. Branding. Oh my god. The archetype of the rebel, the mage, and the governed. Maybe there's a little disconnection with the government thing, with the kingdom, on the arc of the journey of the hero, but I will get there. I know I will get there, because I point, I set, I say, I register, and I go and do the motherfucking thing, and I get the result and reapply it in my structure and make the thing work. And celebrate the fuck. Oh, wow, look to those arms. Whoa, my god, I am so excited. I'm feeling so excited right now. I need to do that next phase. I don't know if I will place in the original YouTube channel, or if I just made the remix it and just turn it on an international platform, or I start over and another. Well, I did so many effort on the channel to I could reach 50 people, 50 people, and unlock the live mode. And I love doing lives. Even right now, being able to talk with people around the globe, what could I serve with structure, some structure? I know that I was doing without any strategy, just blah 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 blah. And I know, I motherfucking know that I like to do that too. But if I want to grow my channel, if I want to use it as a tool so I can sell my products, so I can grow my community, so I can bring people, bring that soul tribe together and start to prepare people mindsets so we can grow together and change the world, regenerate the planet. Ooh, that one. I like that one, guy. The revolutionary guy. I love it. I love the spiritual leader. I love this guide. I love this guide. This guide. Inner guide. I am able to leader myself in a lot of ways. There's something that is missing. I know, I am studying, I am applying, I am less, I am grinding myself to the viscers, to the veins, to the guts, to the miserable parts of myself. I am ripping myself out and making the diamond shine, the stone shine. And I know that I've made so many points. I know that I talk about so many things and didn't finish so many of the things that I just start to talk. And I just poured on. You are okay, Pedro. You are okay. Well, pushta parana ke me ko ta squeeze ka ke na ya ke ira wa just na ma de gwin sun na ya no ma de gwin sun na bet sane. Personally ni ka zu ke ya ta ro chi na ma de ta wa ma sun na ke ya ta ba chi na ro ma ni ta tis. Para que te ko shi na ro ma ni ta sun na ka ke 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 ya ta ba sun ya no mo sun. Por un que te ka ke ka ya ta ro ma ta ni sun na ni ro ta ni ro ma ta sun na ro ma. Well, I just connected with my spirit in a language that I didn't understand the most part of it, but it was like a conversation that I am conversation with myself or my higher self. I don't know how the things works in the guts, but is well, like when I was saying that I am whoa, like I am in a sleep state, alpha state, to bring different brain state, the connection with the astral world, the state that we reach when we are asleep. And then there's some much information that came, but it doesn't lives in one time as in that state. I don't know how much. Whoa, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I am so beautiful. I love myself. I love you. I love you. If you reach there, if you are listening to me until there, I love you so freaking much. I love you so fucking much. Yeah, I know I have to better develop my thought, my language, my language, my language. Oh, sorry, I'm just thinking in much things and did not making the connection that ends it, and this is a problem. This is a problem that I am trying to solve in my life, and I know that maybe if I am resolving solving a Rubik's cube, I am reaching that point sooner. And well, this is a neurodivergent way of living and thought and thinking, and it's the thin line between geniality and woo the craziness and the geniality, the crazy genius, the mad doctor, scientist, and well, just myself, just Pedro Moreira de Luz. How can we call it? Because I don't know. It sounds like it's not an English name, English international name, or we have to do it with an accent. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I would. I wish I could know how to position myself. I wish. I wish and I will wish. I wish and I will wish. I love it. Ah, oh, I wish and I will reach. I will reach. I will reach. I wish and I will reach, and richness will reach us all. Reach us all. So, I feel like I am headed to the end of the video, but I feel like I have to get back and feel the missing dots, feel that the things that I started to talk and didn't finish. Well, I have to talk about that. When I just started the channel, or better, when I started to talk into camera in my early Instagram account, or the well, I don't know in the time, but years ago, I just started to talk in that way so I could develop my way of talking, my expression, my knowing about how that works, knowing about my thought process works, and I know that the things will intercubate. Intercubate is like in a fourth dimensional way of thinking, like when the bigger square enters inside the other square, and well, in another place of time I am whoop, making that connection, making the end to what I just said in a right time. It's hard, but this hardness is what make the muscle stronger. Yeah, the muscle, the mind, the brain is a muscle, the mind is a construction, and when your muscle is able to hold the tough process, even when you are using bigger and more parts of your brain simultaneously, and we have to keep track of the thought process, keep track of what we are building in a session. It needs and asks more energy, and I know I have to make energy so I can leave that focus, uh, so I can channel that energy in a focal point, in a laser focus on my business that I am working every day, little by little, step after step, block after block, and I know I am capable of constructing, well, a little tank, a little war machine, megazord, and whoa, a digital asteroid. But I have to develop my capability of finishing, of making the point, and in a logical way, stepping one block after the other. I know that if I want to grow my channel, I need to make the searching engine works towards my needs. And I love to do those, just channel it through also. So I have to do material, lessons, teach lessons, develop my teacher way, pedagogy. I don't know if we have an English word for that, but the ability to teach children in the school, children, the ability to teach children in the school, and I have to develop my side of teaching people, and I want to do it in English because I want to grow the channel. And well, if people in Brazil are not reaching, maybe some multi country audience maybe reach myself easier. In a sense, it's kind of okay. And then when the things are with more structure, I came with another channel to Brazilian people, or I mix. I don't know if right now mixing sounds like I try to do that way. I didn't know how to do that way in the right way, but nah, isn't it? It is making me so much tired. I was with that word in the mind, and I today, desgastado. And there's not a exact translation in English for that. We use it, worn out, tired, exhausted. Well, there's many words, but not a correspondence. And então, disgusted. this is spent. Gasto. Like it's an exercise. This is an exercise. Sorry for the timing, sorry for your time, but it's for me that I'm doing that. I don't know if I am reaching people outside the world, but the connection, the light's so good. Even if I just record another video. So if you want, if you feel, if it makes sense to you to follow me, just click the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, something that I feel, something that you connected with, and maybe share with the person. I don't know if that video is so shareable, but well, maybe there's persons that shares in the other side. And I love you so much. I love you so fucking much, like myself. And I love myself a little. Whew. Much love. Universal freaking love as God made it. The whole pluriverse of love. The power. The universal soul, and love doesn't lack. Love I have. Love I have. So, light kisses de luz in your heart, in the bottom, in the center of your heart. So, and the power's in the boots. The power's in the boots. Power to the boots. Força na botina. Yay! I liked it. Bye.